Good morning, Rose Valley. Reports are coming in about a strange illness affecting people around North Rose Hospital. Symptoms are unclear, but authorities are investigating. If you're in the area, we advise you to be cautious and avoid crowded places until we know more. Updates will follow.
This is Dr. Emily Barnes from the Rose Valley Health Department. Several patients admitted to North Rose Hospital are displaying signs of severe fever, delirium, and aggressive behavior. We urge residents to stay indoors as we work with the CDC to investigate. More information is on its way.
Rose Valley Police are issuing a warning to avoid the streets near Elm and 5th. Several disturbances have been reported involving violent outbursts. If you see suspicious behavior, call local authorities immediately. And do not approach. Stay alert and stay safe.
This is Mayor Riley of Rose Valley. We're taking these events seriously and are working with health and law enforcement. Please remain indoors tonight. Updates will be provided hourly. Remember, stay calm, stay informed.
CDC briefing. The CDC has arrived in Rose Valley and is analyzing the cause of this unusual infection. We are expanding testing in nearby cities. Symptoms include confusion, aggression, and severe sweating. Stay home unless absolutely necessary. More updates will follow.
Announcement to ensure everyone's safety. A curfew is now in effect from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. This means all businesses are closed, and no one should be on the streets after hours. Check our station for updates every hour.
Public health advisory. We're asking everyone to wear masks if you must leave your home. Avoid close contact and wash your hands frequently. If you experience symptoms like severe headache, fever, or confusion, contact the hospital hotline immediately. Stay safe.
The National Guard has been dispatched to assist with the situation in Rose Valley. They are working alongside local police to help enforce the curfew. Please follow all instructions given by officials and remain indoors.
Several listeners have reported sightings of individuals wandering aimlessly in the Rose Valley streets after dark. Authorities advise that you do not approach anyone acting strangely. If you see anything suspicious, please lock your doors and report it to the police immediately.
Warning from the health department. Residents are urged to secure their homes. Reports of broken windows and home intrusions have increased near the infected areas. Authorities are addressing these issues, but your safety is paramount. Remain vigilant.
Stay inside and keep your doors locked. Stay inside and keep your doors locked. Stay inside and keep your doors locked. Radio operator here. I just want everyone listening to know that we will get through this together. Lock your doors, stay safe, and don't lose hope.
Good morning, Rose Valley. The situation has escalated. The infection is spreading beyond the hospital's perimeter. We advise all residents to barricade doors and windows. Stay inside as much as possible, and keep your radios on.
Public order warning. We're seeing an increase in confrontations with infected individuals who appear to lack awareness of their actions. If you encounter an infected person, leave the area immediately and lock your doors. Do not try to reason with them.
This is Mayor Riley again. We are urging residents not to panic, but to take every precaution. Secure your homes, keep children indoors, and avoid unnecessary travel. The CDC and National Guard are doing everything possible to contain this.
FEMA update. Rose Valley residents. FEMA teams are setting up containment checkpoints. Only essential personnel should be on the streets. We are working to provide emergency medical care and rations. For your own safety, please comply with all instructions.
Announcement from the CDC. The CDC has confirmed that the infection is spreading through physical contact, specifically through saliva and bodily fluids. We strongly urge you to avoid close contact with others, especially anyone displaying symptoms.
Attention! Announcement from the National Guard. The curfew is now extended to 24 hours for the downtown and North Rose areas. If you are in these zones, remain indoors until further notice. Unauthorized personnel outside may be detained for their own safety. Attention! Supply drop announcement for those in affected areas. The National Guard will begin delivering essential supplies later this evening. Please stay by your windows and do not open your door to anyone other than an official guard in uniform. Attention! Evacuation notice. An evacuation has been issued for Zones A and B. If you are in these areas, please proceed to the main checkpoints located on Elm and Maple Street. I repeat, the checkpoints are located on Elm and Maple Street. Bring only essentials. You are not allowed to bring pets.
Listeners, this is hard to say, but it looks like some parts of our beloved Rose Valley are changing. Streets are empty, shadows moving in the alley. Please, if you're hearing this, stay inside, avoid the infected, do not let them in.
Emergency shelter instructions. The main high school gym has been converted into a temporary shelter. Only head there if you cannot secure your home. Barricades and supplies are limited, so please use these shelters only if absolutely necessary.
Radio operator here. The infection is spreading faster than anticipated. The CDC and National Guard forces are pushing all resources into Rose Valley. Lock your doors, barricade your windows, keep your family close, and please, stay safe and don't lose hope. We will get through this together.
Government warning. All residents, this is the United States government. Rose Valley is under quarantine. No one may enter or leave. Military forces have orders to detain anyone violating quarantine. Follow all guidelines for your safety and the safety of others.
This is Major Bradley, speaking from the main military checkpoint just outside Rose Valley City Center. Our containment perimeter has been compromised in some areas, and we're working to fortify secondary checkpoints. Anyone in Zone C, evacuate immediately to the high school gym. Repeat, Zone C residents. Evacuate. The infected, they're in larger groups now, more violent. Don't attempt to move if you're far from the high school. We'll come for you as soon as possible. Please, for your safety, stay hidden until then. Help is coming.
Message from the CDC to all residents. Reports indicate that infected individuals are increasingly hostile and appear driven by a relentless, inexplicable aggression. Stay out of sight and do not make loud noises. If you hear a disturbance, do not investigate.
A citywide power outage has hit Rose Valley. Our broadcast is on backup power. Keep flashlights nearby and conserve your resources. We are working with utility companies to restore power to critical areas.
This is Major Bradley again. The National Guard is doing all it can to secure the perimeter, but resources are thin. Stay out of sight, and do not try to reach checkpoints unless instructed. Safety is our priority.
This is Dr. Teresa from the CDC. Our latest research shows that infection isn't just through bites. It's airborne in high-density zones. If you're near areas with infected crowds, consider wearing a cloth over your nose and mouth, even if supplies are low. We're also seeing symptoms appear faster than before. I know it's frightening, but staying calm is critical. Don't share supplies unless absolutely necessary. And if you're with loved ones, designate one person to secure resources. Conserve your energy. We're with you in this fight.
This is Danny from Rose Valley Radio. I know it's hard to hear, but the infected are everywhere now. They're out on the streets, in homes, in schools. places we all once felt safe. You can feel it in the air. I know you're scared, but don't give in. Hold on to hope. Listen to our voices, and know you're not alone. We'll keep broadcasting as long as we can.
Residents are reminded that looting is a criminal offense, punishable by military law. Essential goods will be distributed, and stores are no longer open. Do not risk arrest by venturing out.
If you're still out there listening, know that you are not alone. We're all in this together, holding on however we can. Keep safe and look after each other. Rose Valley has always been strong. We'll pull through.
This is Dr. Nora Sykes from Rose Valley Research Lab. For those near the lab at Foster Park, we are actively seeking new participants for immune response testing. If you have shown no symptoms of infection, we ask you to report to the lab as a volunteer. We may yet find hope and immunity, and each of you could hold the key.
For all of Rose Valley, stay vigilant. The infection is more than an illness. It's a threat to everything we know. Remember, your actions keep us safe. Keep the faith, and stay tuned to this station for the next update. Good evening, Rose Valley. This is Mayor Riley. I want you all to know that help is on the way. National Guard reinforcements are mobilizing to secure the city perimeter. But until they arrive, I urge everyone to stay inside. Seal your windows and doors. If you have basements, make sure they're stocked with water, food, and essentials. Rose Valley has always been strong. Let's hold on a little longer.
Citizens. The military checkpoint on West Hill Bridge has seen increased infected activity. Infected individuals seem drawn to noise. So for your safety, avoid using vehicles near city borders. If you have a family member out there, tell them to take cover indoors until it's safe. We'll keep you updated right here on KVN Radio. Stay safe, everyone.
This is Dr. Avery Parker from the Health Department. We're seeing increasing reports of infected individuals displaying aggressive and unpredictable behavior. Those affected seem impervious to pain and appear highly sensitive to sound. Please minimize noise and, if possible, remain on lower floors. I repeat, stay low and stay quiet.
For those near Maple Street, the corner store at Maple and Birch remains open for limited hours daily, strictly between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Supplies are scarce, so only take what you need. Local volunteers are assisting with restocking where possible, though access is increasingly restricted due to roadblocks.
Sheriff Cartwright here. For anyone needing evacuation or rescue assistance, please contact us using the emergency broadcast frequency. Our teams are stationed along Crestview Mall and the Hillside Underpass. Keep your lights off and stay as silent as possible while awaiting assistance. We're doing all we can to bring you to safety.
Update from Rose Valley General Hospital. To any listening, we're reaching critical capacity here at Rose Valley General. Injured citizens are advised to seek the temporary clinics at the Crestview Community Center. Hospital staff and volunteers are stretched thin, so please save this option for only the most urgent injuries. Stay safe. KVN here, bringing an update from Main Street. Several residents have fortified the entrance to Northview Apartments. Supplies are being pooled and shared, and lookout rotations are in effect.
If you're in the area, avoid drawing attention. But head to Northview if you need food and shelter.
Announcement from the Public Works Department. Due to supply limitations, water access may be restricted in certain parts of the city. Public taps have been set up along Willow Avenue and Elm Street. Remember, the water might be rationed, so bring only small containers to refill. For sanitation, please follow the posted guidelines. Let's ensure there's enough for everyone.
Message from the military. This is Lieutenant Briggs with the 42nd Battalion, currently stationed on the outskirts of Rose Valley. We've established a safe zone at Lakeview High. Anyone within city limits can follow Maple Street West until you reach the main checkpoint. Please bring only what you can carry, as space is limited. Evacuation slots are first come, first served.
This is Lisa Hayes, volunteer at Rose Valley General. We need medical supplies desperately. Antibiotics, clean bandages, and antiseptics. If you have spare supplies, you can bring them to the barricades near the hospital entrance. Any help, however small, could mean the difference between life and death for someone here.
This is Ashley from KVN Radio. It appears the Eastern Power Grid has suffered another blow. For residents of Crestview and Maple District, prepare for rolling blackouts through the night. Volunteers are coordinating efforts to deliver supplies, so please try to be visible if you're waiting for aid. Remember, conserve energy, and if you've got candles or flashlights, use them sparingly.
Message from the fire department. This is Fire Chief Davis. Safe houses have been established along Willow and Maple, marked with blue flags. Please do not travel at night and avoid alleys. Make sure to travel in small groups. For those in safe houses, keep the basements and secure all entrances. Remember, you're not alone in this. Help is coming. Attention! This is a special announcement from the Rose Valley Emergency Management Team. All remaining residents are encouraged to listen carefully to evacuation protocols posted at the Crestview Underpass and Hillside Barricade. We're conducting the next round of transports tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Head west, stay off main roads, and be ready to board quickly. We will not be able to return. Stay vigilant.
This is Mayor Riley. As we close out another day, Rose Valley, I want to remind each of you of the strength we have within us. We're tired, yes, but we are also unbreakable. Our loved ones depend on our calm resolve. Hold tight to hope, to one another, and to the promise of a new dawn. Good night, Rose Valley.
This is Captain Julia Myers. Listen carefully. The infected are pushing closer to city shelters, including the North Zone at Crestview Mall. If you're near Redwood Avenue, prepare to move to the emergency shelter at Brighton High School. Gather essential supplies. Bring family and neighbors. This may be your last chance to reach safety.
Sheriff Russell Hayes here, reporting from Ridgeway Bridge. Riverdale has officially closed its borders to us, effective immediately. Highway 17 is barricaded, leaving one remaining route out of Rose Valley through the south. Folks, please, do not risk this journey unless absolutely necessary. We'll keep you updated on any potential evacuation zones.
Attention Rose Valley. This is Councilwoman Diana Ortiz with an urgent update. Limited supplies have been delivered to our shelters, but they're being rationed strictly. Head to Willow Heights or Shady Oaks to check in. But be prepared for limited resources. Hold on to hope. We will survive this, but we need everyone to work together.
This is Dr. Nora Sykes from the Rose Valley Central Research Lab. Our latest data shows the virus adapting faster than anticipated. If you're exhibiting any symptoms, fever, blurred vision, tremors, you must isolate immediately. New quarantine centers are being prepared near Roosevelt Park and Oak Hill Avenue. Stay vigilant and keep each other safe.
This is Elise Paxton, broadcasting from Birchwood Care Clinic on Eastgate Road. We are overwhelmed with injured and sick residents. Any healthy individuals who can volunteer, please come. And if you have extra medical supplies, bandages, antiseptics, anything, leave them at the collection point outside the clinic. We're relying on each other now more than ever.
Mayor Riley here. I know many of you feel abandoned, but I promise, help is coming. The National Guard is attempting to clear safe zones, including the one we're setting up at Rose Valley Central Park. Get there by any means if your location becomes compromised. Stay strong.
This is Officer Ryan Doyle. Reports indicate the infected are clustering around Rosewood Hospital. Avoid that entire area if possible. And a reminder, breaking into closed stores or shelters for supplies is dangerous and puts everyone at risk. We are organizing distribution efforts, so please be patient.
This is Nurse Elise Paxton again. We've run out of antibiotics at Birchwood Clinic. Any family members or neighbors with spare medication, leave it at drop-off points by St. Mary's Chapel or outside Redwood Library. We're seeing infections spread faster due to untreated wounds. Every dose counts.
Dr. Louis Fenn here, Rose Valley General. Testing suggests some individuals have a delayed reaction to the infection. If you were in contact with the infected but aren't showing symptoms, keep yourself isolated regardless. No one is immune yet. This is merely an unpredictable virus. Don't let your guard down.
Sheriff Russell Hayes here, live from Holloway Police Station. Emergency barricades are failing on Rook Avenue, and Ridge Street. Officers are spread thin, and some neighborhoods are on their own. If you have the means, fortify your homes and neighborhoods as best you can. Watch out for each other. Stay sharp, Rose Valley.
Captain Julia Myers here. Rose Valley has officially lost access to the last active water source near Mason Reservoir. The city's reserves are being rationed. Please conserve water and refrain from unnecessary use. We're working on a plan, but resources are limited. Remember, every drop is precious.
Sheriff Hayes here with the last broadcast of the night. Patrol units have been dispatched to areas around Elmhurst and Maplewood. Please be cautious and watch for signals. These are the darkest of times, but Rose Valley remains. We'll see the dawn together.
This is Mayor Riley. Today we mark 60 days since this nightmare began. We're not the same city we were, but we're still standing. For every life lost, we honor them by fighting on. So to each of you out there, sheltering, scavenging, surviving, know that you are not alone.
This is Captain Julia Myers. Our scouts have confirmed that the infected have breached Ridgewood Heights. Residents who remained there were caught off guard. There's been no contact from them for hours. To those still listening in nearby districts, you must move now. The infection spreads faster than we ever imagined. Barricade yourselves. Avoid main roads. And for the love of God, stay out of sight. This is not the time to hesitate. Every moment counts. We've seen what happens when people wait too long. Don't let that be you.
Sheriff Russell Hayes reporting from Holloway Police Station. Our barricades on Rook Avenue have failed. The infected overwhelmed our defenses in minutes. We fought hard, but we couldn't hold. To those of you in surrounding areas, prepare yourselves. Do whatever it takes to fortify your homes. I'll be honest, folks, the cavalry isn't coming. Rose Valley is on its own. Remember that the infected are drawn to sound. Silence is your ally. If you hear movement outside, don't investigate. Just stay hidden. Keep yourselves alive.
Councilwoman Diana Ortiz here. Supplies at our main shelters are running dangerously low. We've tried negotiating with nearby towns for aid, but they've shut their doors to us. A man stood at the edge of the Ridgeway barricade, begging to let his family through. They didn't even flinch as they turned him away. People, we have to be stronger than that. If you find yourself with extra food, water, or medicine, consider sharing it. We will only survive if we stand together.
This is Dr. Nora Sykes from the Rose Valley Research Lab. We've discovered something horrifying. The virus isn't just evolving, it's learning. Infected are coordinating their movements. Some appear to act as decoys, drawing survivors into ambushes. If this continues, I'm not sure any safe zone will last. We're doing everything we can to find answers, but we're running out of time and resources. Avoid close contact at all costs. The infection is more cunning than we ever thought possible.
Elise Paxton here, broadcasting from Birchwood Clinic. We've lost power completely, and we're relying on candles and flashlights. The infected are circling outside like predators. We're running low on everything: bandages, antiseptics, even clean water. If anyone is listening and has supplies to spare, we're at Eastgate Road. I know it's dangerous, but lives are at stake. For those who can't come, please pray for us. I'm afraid this clinic won't hold much longer.
Mayor Riley here with a grim update. Communication lines with the outside world have gone silent. Either no one is left to answer, or they've abandoned us. I've seen survivors turning on one another for scraps of food. To those of you still holding on to your humanity, don't give in to despair. We're stronger than the chaos. Even if it feels like the world has ended, we have to believe there's a way forward. Protect each other. Stay alive.
This is Officer Ryan Doyle. Reports are coming in of strange behavior among the infected. Clusters gathering in patterns, almost like they're drawn to certain locations. Rosewood Hospital, in particular, seems to be a hotspot. If you're near there, evacuate immediately. To anyone listening, if you've got a radio, keep it tuned in. This may be the last line of communication for Rose Valley. The darkness is closing in, but we're still here. Don't lose hope.
This is Captain Julia Myers. The infected overran our barricades in Crestview Mall shelter last night. I witnessed something unnatural. They moved as one, like a hive mind. So we had to pack what we can carry and evacuate. Many of my team didn't make it. We are moving south toward the Central Park safe zone. We managed to get in contact with them. They get supply drops by helicopters there. If anyone in this area hears this, try to reach the safe zone. But please don't trust the roads. They're death traps. Keep moving and stay unseen. Rose Valley isn't a city anymore. It's a hunting ground.
Sheriff Russell Hayes here, broadcasting from Holloway Police Station. We're down to 3 officers. Supplies are gone. Yesterday, we caught someone trying to steal from our weapons cache. He begged for mercy, said he was trying to feed his kids, but we couldn't take the chance. If anyone's out there, just don't lose yourself. We can survive this, but not if we become monsters ourselves.
This is Dr. Nora Sykes. The virus is mutating beyond what we can comprehend. I've seen cases where some infected mimic human sounds to lure survivors. They aren't mindless anymore. If you hear a familiar voice in the dark, don't go looking. If you're still alive and healthy, keep the fire burning. You are all that's left of us now.
Paxton here, from Birchwood Clinic. The infected breached our walls last night. We tried evacuating some patients, but we couldn't. It all happened so fast. If anyone is near Redwood Avenue, there's a group of us holed up in the old library. We're low on everything. Please bring us some supplies if you can, but don't come alone. The streets are no longer safe. Not from the infected, and not from other survivors.
This is Wesley Hanks. I'm a former trucker holed up at Ridgeway Apartments with a large group of survivors. If anyone in the area needs shelter, you can come join us. But please, don't come empty-handed. Bring some supplies if you can, and some tools to help us reinforce the gates. And stay away from the Wilson Road. It's not a safe route anymore.
This is Dr. Emily Reese, formerly of Crestview Medical. I'm at the Birch Creek Outpost. Our team is still conducting our researches on the virus and observing the infected. The infection is worse than anything we imagined. The virus is mutating at a rapid pace. Remember, it's always safer to hide and avoid engaging with the infected, even if you are armed.
This is Nadia, from Oasis Mall Shelter. Last night we were attacked. Not by the infected, but by other survivors. They took some of our food and water stock. If you're out there and you hear this, avoid the mall and its surroundings. That area is a death trap now. We're trying to reinforce our barricades and get more supplies, but it's hard to trust anyone anymore. Please be careful out there.
Dr. Emily Reese, from the Birch Creek Outpost. Our team of researchers have been working tirelessly to understand this virus. But I regret to report that our efforts have come to a standstill. Supply drops stopped days ago. And without resources, we've been forced to abandon our work. The risk became too great. The infected were breaching closer to the outpost every day, testing our barricades. We've relocated to the safe zone for now, but the truth is, we're no closer to answers than when we began. To anyone still in that area, Birch Creek is no longer safe. If you can hear this, avoid the outpost at all costs. It's only a matter of time before it falls completely. Stay safe, and stay alive.
This is Claire Meadows. I'm a nurse from St. Vincent's. I'm traveling with a group of orphans. We are trying to reach the safe zone. If anyone with a vehicle can meet us halfway, we will be spending the night at the abandoned police station in Ridgewood Street. The place here is safe and secure for now, and if anyone else from this area wants to move to the safe zone, you can join us. We will be moving at first light tomorrow.
This is Shane Sawyer. I am a mechanic from the east side. I've been scouting for supplies in my armored truck, trying to stay under the radar. But earlier today, I saw something that chilled me to the bone. A group of infected was heading straight for me, and when I aimed my rifle at them, two of them stopped and hid behind a wall. I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. Are they learning? Adapting? Avoiding danger? I'm no scientist, but something about this virus, it's changing fast. If you're out there, stay sharp. Don't underestimate them. They're not just mindless anymore.
This is Officer Ryan Doyle, speaking to you from the safe zone. We've lost communication with the Central Command outside of Rose Valley. Whatever semblance of control we thought existed beyond the city is gone. The last message mentioned the infection breaching containment worldwide. To anyone hearing this, know that you're not alone. There are groups of survivors out there who are trying to build communities and help each other. But the roads are teeming with danger, and food supplies are running low. Take shelter and trust no one. Desperation changes people.
This is Roy Stanton. Me and a group of folks made it to the industrial zone in the east side. We've set up a safe shelter for now. These factory fences seem to keep the infected out. On the way here, we came across a flipped truck on the side of Highway 14. It was loaded with canned food. We grabbed what we could carry, but there's still plenty left. If anyone in that area is desperate for supplies, you'll find it just past the northbound exit ramp. But be careful. The infected are roaming the area in hordes. And you won't get a second chance if you're not quick.
This is Deputy Mark Blake, reporting from the north side near Clearwater Lake. Our old shelter became too crowded, and the risk of the infected breaking in was growing by the hour. We've relocated and set up a fortified shelter near Clearwater Lodge, right by the water. It's guarded and secure, and we've got armed members keeping watch around the clock. If anyone in the area needs refuge, we're ready to take you in. If you want to join us, bring whatever food, medicine, or supplies you can gather on your way. Every little bit counts out here. Stay sharp and travel quietly. The roads aren't safe. Together, we'll survive this.
This is Tony, speaking from what's left of the old Rose Valley subway tunnels. We've turned one of the maintenance hubs into a makeshift shelter. It's damp, dark, and far from comfortable. But for now, it's keeping us alive. The infected rarely come down here, for now. But there's something worse to worry about. Last night, we heard voices. Human voices. A group came through the tunnels, armed to the teeth. They didn't seem like the friendly kind, so we stayed hidden. If you're thinking about heading underground for safety, tread carefully. Not everyone down here is looking to help. This is Deputy Mark, broadcasting from Clearwater Lodge. Yesterday, we ventured out of Rose Valley to scavenge for supplies. What we found was worse than anything we've seen so far. The infection, it's not confined to the cities anymore. It's spreading to wild animals. We encountered 2 wolves, but they weren't normal. Their eyes were bloodshot, their movements erratic, almost rabid, but worse. One of them attacked us, and it took 3 shots to bring it down. If you're out there scavenging, don't just watch the streets. Watch the forests, the fields, anywhere the infected could have reached. The wilderness isn't safe anymore. To all survivors out there, this is Dr. Kristen, broadcasting from the Central Safe Zone. Our outpost in Birch Creek is gone. Overrun, like so many other places we thought we could hold. The search for a cure. The endless attempts to understand this virus. It's over. We've exhausted every resource. Chased every lead. And come up with nothing but more bodies and more questions. Now, we focus on what we can do. We are providing medical aid, no questions asked, no allegiances required. If you're injured, sick, or in need of care, we will help you. No more false hope. No more wasted time. Just survival. If you can make it to us, we will do what we can. But be warned. The world outside our walls is growing darker. Be careful who you trust.
This is Roy, broadcasting from the Industrial Zone shelter. We took in 3 new faces today. Tim, Miguel, and an old-timer named Harris. They came from the east, crossed 3 whole states looking for civilization, and found nothing. No settlements, no safe zones, no government, just ruins, hordes of infected, and the occasional band of cutthroats looking to take what little they had left. They thought maybe the news was wrong. Maybe someone, somewhere, had rebuilt. But the truth is worse. There is nothing but scattered groups like ours, clinging to what we can. If you're out there, know this, you're not alone. But don't waste your time looking for the world you remember. It's gone. All that's left is what we build for ourselves. It's survival now, pure and simple. Find your people, hold on to them, because the world outside is no longer a place for the lone survivor. If you're near Rose Valley, we'll still take you in, if you're willing to fight for this place. Bring what you can, and if you've got nothing left to give, bring yourself. This is Roy Stanton. Stay alive. Over and out.
This is Tony, from what used to be the shelter in the Rose Valley subway tunnels. I had to leave. It wasn't safe anymore. Too many infected. Too many close calls. Now it's just me, traveling alone, keeping on the move. It's the only way to survive out here. If you're still holding on to a place you think is safe, don't get too comfortable. Nothing stays secure for long. I've been moving from town to town, wandering through streets that used to be alive, but are now hollow and dead. The silence, it's unbearable. Sometimes, it feels like the world's holding its breath. Then you hear it, the growl of the infected. Or a gunshot breaking the stillness. Every sound feels like a threat. I've seen groups, but I stay away. People aren't safe anymore. Desperation turns trust into danger. Food, medicine, even a moment of shelter, it's all worth spilling blood over now. So, I move alone, hiding in the shadows, avoiding anyone and anything. If you're out there, if you can hear this, stay hidden. Stay alive. The cities aren't safe anymore, nothing is.
This is Sheriff Russell, speaking from the safe zone. We had an unexpected visitor today. A pilot. He's been flying across the East Coast in a small plane, searching for hope. Searching for a city that hasn't fallen. But the news he brought, it's bleak. He's traveled the entire East Coast, Boston, New York, Atlanta, and found nothing. No cities. No governments. No order. Just the ruins of what used to be. Here and there. He's come across small groups like ours, scattered colonies, but they're isolated, vulnerable, and living day to day. He said it's all the same, everywhere he's been. If you're out there listening, I don't mean to extinguish hope, but we can't rely on anyone coming to save us. So stick to your groups, guard your shelters, and hold on to what you have. This is Sheriff Russell, signing off. Stay safe and stay alive.